Welcome back to Cool Times Podcast. We talk all things cool about the cold storage construction industry. We got an awesome guest today.
We do.
I go way back with this guy. This guy, Glen Oltmanns over here from Seneca Holdings, one of our sponsors for the show.
Yes.
And we have him in studio today. He is going to talk about his entire construction cold storage resume. I'm just kidding. We're not going to do that.
Why you're holding that up? That's not actually a construction resume.
I know it's not. We're just gonna have some fun today, though. Glen, dude, you're a stud. Thank you so much. To my right is my lovely wife and host and business partner and all things, Miss Jenna Free.
Yep.
What else are you, Jenna?
That's it.
Okay, that's it. You're more than that.
That's all I am.
She's much more than that.
I believe that.
Yeah. So you are Senior Vice President, OEM Sales Account. What does that mean?
That's a good question. That's what I asked when I was given that. I oversee the OEM part of the business where I deal with panel manufacturers. I call on the KPS Globals of the world, Imperial Brown, some of those directly. That's who I handle. And then also I oversee the cold storage doors. Anything goes into cold storage, and which is kind of where I cut my teeth early on with things. So it kind of is full circle coming back. And I've been doing this now. Hal put me in the position about 3 years ago.
Wow.
And we tried it as our vertical sales strategy, and it's worked out well. We've had some really good growth, and I like it. I like it a lot.
That's important.
Yeah,
Liking what you do.
That's right. So Seneca is a huge name in the industry, huge brand, Seneca Holdings. You guys are kind of a holding company for a lot of cold storage door manufacturers, correct?
Correct.
Want to explain the whole Seneca thing to our entire audience so they can wrap their brain around that?
I would love to. Now, we've got 10 different brands underneath there. Seneca is a holding company, like you said, that's basically it's a family of companies. We grow by acquisition, and we grow by organic growth.
Nice.
Acquisition, we've got 10 different brands. We have 17 different locations. We employ about 1,100 employees around the country.
Yeah.
Each one of them, one of the plants have a different thing with the exception of HMF. So, I mean, going brand by brand, we have the one that I cut my teeth on originally, which was the Durus door, Durus Industries out of Redmond, Oregon.
That's right.
Before it ever got purchased up by Chase, I was with them. I was a rep for them.
I didn't know that was a brand before Chase bought them.
Absolutely.
So now it's Chase Durus, right?
Well, they ran Chase Durus, and now it's just Chase Doors.
No, it's just Chase.
And we run the brands underneath there. So the Chase Doors, the Duralite doors underneath there, as well as a number of other ones. TMI, Pertron, that all runs underneath there. And then we also have 3 segments of the company. First segment is what we call our C&I division. So that's what I fall under. That's what all the Chase doors, Eliason doors, Pertron, anything that goes into retail space, industrial cold storage, industrial food processing, anything like that. That the C&I is part of the business. Second part of the business is door engineering. And the way you would recognize anything from door engineering is we do fire stations. We do fire station doors, big four fire station doors. We have a group, they're out of Mankato, Minnesota. That's where their plant, their center of excellence is up there.
Love it.
And then we have our mission critical, which is MCE. They're out of Salt Lake City, and we do data containment out of there. So basically, data centers need to have containment so they can bring the electrical conditioning to it.
Wow.
We do that.
That's
one of the things that we do.
Holy cow.
So
Are you guys experiencing a lot of growth there?
Very much so. Very much so to the fact that
I don't know which one's the laughing one.
I don't know either.
we actually have we've expanded into Vietnam to do manufacturing.
It's amazing.
Wow. So and we have already had a facility in Ireland for MCE.
Now, is Ireland an island?
Technically, yes.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, it is. Technically, North America is an island too.
Okay.
Technically. That's a long story,
he doesn't
man.
He doesn't like it when I make fun of him.
Listen, it was a 13-hour flight. I was tired. It was like 6 a.m, double red eye. I didn't know what was going on.
What is a double red eye?
It just means I was tired more than I should have been.
Both eyes were tired.
Both eyes were red.
Both eyes were red.
So that's what it was. It wasn't just one red eye.
Got it.
It was a red
It was a double red eye.
Yeah, it's a double red eye. I cannot wait to get I'm going to get so much shit for that one now. I can't wait. They're going to see me and be like, hey, what's up, double red eye? Anyways.
Sorry, let's get back on track here.
That's good. But Seneca Holdings, basically, they established that in 2015.
Wow.
So it originally started, it was a bunch of privately held companies that a gentleman named Pat Johnson bought Duras Industries. So Chase bought Duras.
Okay.
Chase was smaller. They were about a $5 million company at the time. Duras was about a $7.5 million company at the time. And he bought it, put it together, and then he didn't have anybody to take over the business.
Yeah.
And so he ended up selling to the first private equity company that we ended up dealing with, which I want to say was a company called Stonebridge initially. But during that time, I mean, the brands that we have underneath there are all old established brands. Like FL Sano is the oldest one. That was established in 1899.
Wow.
Sliding fire
That's
doors.
Cool.
Yeah. Long time. And then Chase was actually established in 1932. A lot of longevity. Duras was 1978-ish.
Sure.
And then all the other companies that we consolidated 5 different double acting door companies underneath our brands.
Wow.
The 2 ones that have remained and we follow the hinge is the Chase doors and Eliason doors.
Yep.
Eliason is renowned in the retail space as far as restaurants go.
It sure is. Yeah.
Going to any restaurant, I would venture to guess you're going to see one of our doors.
Yep.
And it makes my wife crazy because I go in there and I look, and I've done this since the time that I started working. I go and I look at, I got to look and see at the door, see if I can eat here. All right. Yeah, I can eat here.
That's right.
I'm very familiar with with this from Vince's door days.
Yeah.
We do it now. I mean, you think about like where your food comes from at these restaurants and you look at the trucks dropping off the food. Is it a U.S. Foods? Is it a Cisco, a PFG? Is it a McLean? Is it a Cheney Brothers? Is it
Kehi?
Is it a Kehi?
It's
a Kehi. You know, it's crazy.
It is. It's a curse almost. And I mean, and I cut my teeth in the retail space. That's when I first started. When I first came into the business, it was with Duras. I actually started before that with the bakery equipment company. Sold bakery equipment for a few years, and then was approached by a gentleman named Jim Brown to take on the Duras line. And
why does Jim Brown sound familiar?
Football player, other than football player.
Was he the football player?
No, he was actually he was vice president of a company in Southern California that I'm not sure if you were familiar with, a company called Super Freeze.
Okay, no.
Super Freeze.
Well, I guess that's got to be our new hashtag. Are they old now? Are they gone?
They're gone.
Oh, dude, we're the Super Freeze now.
New hashtag coming soon.
Super Freeze. They were for argument's sake, the KPS of California. Wow. They were the largest cam lock panel manufacturer in that area.
How many cam lock manufacturers are there in the United States?
Don't know exactly because there's probably 5 major.
Okay.
And then there's a number of small independents.
Got it.
That are out there. You have the KPS Globals of the world, Imperial Brown, Everidge, Arctic, Masterbuilt. And then you start getting into.
Are these the ones that you would see at a restaurant, like for their walk-in coolers and freezers?
The restaurant ones are more boxed. They basically, they're smaller ones that come prefabbed.
Yeah.
Whereas the ones that you see, most of these are like the retail space, like supermarket, where they put them in different parts of the stores, produce coolers.
Yeah.
And in fact, kind of a small kind of tidbit of fact, because I'm called the historian in my company because I've been around for a long time. So
I like that.
So the Duras store was originally established as a door to go into refrigeration. The reason why Jim was vice president of sales for a cooler company, Super Freeze in Southern California, went to the boss, a gentleman named Bradley, and he said, hey, I got an idea for a door. And he had looked at some hinges from different places, saw a roto molding process, saw the material that it was made out of, said,
sure,
I think these can go on our coolers. He said, great, because we're a panel manufacturer. We're not a door manufacturer.
That's right.
So Jim split off, got a partner. They first started roto molding in Southern California with just buying time on a rotomolders line.
Yeah.
And then moved up to Bend, Oregon at the time, and then went to Redmond. That's where the facility still is.
Wow.
But it was probably the original design was for refrigeration. That was a whole intent because I'm a grocery brat. I was brought up in the grocery industry. I worked as a box boy all the way through. Wow. My dad was in real estate and construction for the grocery industry. So I grew up on job sites. So I've been around construction for a long time.
Sure.
And one of the things that I did, I worked produce, and I would leave the door open as I would go to stock the floor.
Yep.
And, it's no different than food processing facilities that we work on. You want the door to close behind you.
Yes.
Because all the refrigeration dumps out onto the floor. Jim saw that and said, hey, I think I can come up with a door with an R value to it that's going to be able to go on there. It'll be, at the time, it was like R 12.75, something like that, and stop this refrigeration from going out there. It's not R25, but it's not just no R value at all.
Right.
Just with the air going out. So that was what it was established for. But then we also found that it could go into other areas. Couple that with the chase doors that were battling with Eliason in the restaurant industry. They also had the fabric doors, the flexible doors that you see out there. It was a good combination. That's one of the things that, as we've established it, that's one of the things we try to do is we're trying to build the biggest breadth of product that we can across a lot of formats.
Yeah.
To be able to be a one-stop shop for everybody. So
I like it.
Wow. That's pretty incredible. And then when did you and I meet?
We met.
Yeah,
we met back in Southern California, probably. Well, when did you start with Dean?
Oh gosh,
2013.
That's when I met you.
Wow.
So I was a rep. I was an independent rep in Southern California from 1984 through till probably about 20 some odd years. And I was a rep at the time that I met you over there.
What product did you rep at the time?
It was interesting because I'd left Chase for about a 3-year stint, went to Hill Phoenix.
And Kerry Scran took over. Is that right?
He did.
Okay.
He did.
That's right.
So I went to Hill Phoenix, ran the sales for the cooler division out there, which is really where I got a lot of the, well, not we want to call it knowledge or or whatever. That's where I got I learned a lot about the cold storage industry. I learned what it takes to enclose an envelope and make sure that you got everything covered and that you have leakage and all that type of stuff. And then my boss at the time forced me to really learn about foams, about polyurethane foam, about a lot of those sorts of things, what makes it good, what makes it bad, all those sorts of things. So it was a good history lesson. Then I got a phone call from a gentleman who works with us now, a gentleman named Mike Evans, who was with Eliason. He moved from Chase to Eliason.
Okay.
They were still independent.
Mike Evans, not the football player.
Not the football player. So we got a lot of football. We have a lot of football people working.
I say that because there's a gentleman that works for Right Height who is actually a former Green Bay Packer. Really? And he's the regional sales manager, or was back 10 years ago for that company in Wisconsin. And he had the easiest sales job ever. He's like, because everyone knows who he is by name because he used to play for Green Bay. So like for him to get an appointment was like, oh, we'd love to have you. Come on in.
Are you signing autographs?
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we'd love to have you. I mean, this huge 6'7" guy, right? Well, I mean, dude, I don't know if he's still there. Whoever's listening, if anyone knows the guy.
There's a lot of football going on.
Anyone, if anyone knows if that guy still works for that company in Wisconsin, I'd love to.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm a sports.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you're the hockey.
You are not
I am a sports.
What's your football team?
I'm ashamed to talk about it right now because I've adopted the Cardinals.
Okay.
On
Arizona purpose?
Because of my grandkids.
All right.
I adopted them. They're not good right now. And then I'm a closet Cleveland Browns fan because I'm from Cleveland.
I would stay
originally.
in the closet.
Okay.
I'd stay in there.
No, it's been tough. It's been tough over the years.
Isn't Mike Petro's a big Browns fan too?
He is. I believe he is. In fact, we were out to dinner. The Browns were on, and he was just shaking his head.
So random.
It's funny because I lived in Arkansas for a couple of years. As I was growing up. From Cleveland originally. We escaped to California.
Yep.
And then I was
so did we.
And I was there and then moved over to Arizona.
Is that where you are now?
Yep. Gilbert,
you love
Arizona.
It?
I love it.
You're in Gilbert?
I'm Gilbert. Yeah. And it's
quiet,
is safe.
That favorite place to live?
There's pros and cons. I mean,
There's no perfect place.
No, I mean, there's pros and cons. I loved California. I mean, I thought California was great. I just think that there's things that have changed there that make it tough to live there.
Yeah.
Plus,
that's right.
Not even to just forget about the amount of people.
Yeah, there's a lot.
You drive the 91 freeway.
No, thank you.
Oh my gosh, no.
And my daughter lives in Redlands.
Oh, sure.
So I go out there and I go from 9 to 1 to the Orange County to do work. It could be 2 hours.
Yep.
All day.
Yep.
Yep.
So
That's brutal.
I don't miss that at all.
I felt like we were in a bubble out there.
Yeah.
And we were in Orange County and we were in Rancho Santa Margarita and we lived in this like little bubble town. We didn't really leave the area much, right?
Because you can't. Otherwise you sit in traffic.
Like we wouldn't go further than 20 miles from that bubble.
Yep.
And like, yeah. And it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Loved it. I mean, right by the ocean, the weather was awesome all the time.
I mean, I was in Yorba Linda.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It was a little bastion of, kind of small, as close as you can get to a small town
Yeah.
there. And I liked it.
Take the toll road right to you, man. Right in the back of the canyon.
That's how, I'd just go call on Sub-Zero.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was
That's right.
right down the way.
That's right.
But at the time I met you, I was actually repping Eliason. We hadn't been absorbed yet back into Chase. So I'd left Chase for, like I said, a 3-year stint, and Mike asked me to come back and work for Eliason. I worked for Eliason, and probably within a year, we were bought by the conglomerate over the top of Chase.
What is wild in the 6 years Freeze has been in business, we have probably collectively bought 14 traffic doors. I mean, they're very popular in food process jobs, but it has to be the right food process job, right? It has to be the right application.
Yeah, I think so. And I think the advent of high-speed doors has really taken a lot of. We used to do a lot of 8x10 doors where you take forklifts through them.
Oh yeah,
and so and again, intent is the doors closed behind.
Right.
That's right.
8x10, 10x10, where you could, and the Duralite industrial door held up to that.
Sure.
High-speed doors were expensive and high to maintain at the time. Well, the prices have come down on that to where it actually accomplishes a goal. It helps you close that envelope, make sure that it's closing behind you. You're seeing more of it in the smaller applications, 6x8s.
That's right.
In food process.
Produce.
Yeah, in produce.
Big in produce, yeah.
And one of the benefits of it is that the rotationally molded door, it's seamless. There's no seams on the door.
Yeah.
So water can't get into it. Some of the competition that's come up into the industry out there, we make that door. We actually make a door, same type of construction. So laid up construction.
Sure.
An ABS skin to the face of it. And we try to put the right door for the right application.
That's right.
When you're doing wash down, you don't want water getting inside a door.
Nope.
No.
Or potential to get inside the door.
Yeah, no, you do not. No.
So anyways, the industry has changed dramatically as far as what they're using in the opening.
Yeah, and when it comes to food process too, one of the big knocks on roll-up doors is that, from a sanitary standpoint, you can have water and condensation drip off the bottom of the door. And you don't want that falling down. If, I've been in these meat process plants where they're carting meat through a door, you don't want
dirty water
dripping on the product, right?
Or if it goes up into the up position and stays up there for a little bit, you can get mold, you can get all kinds of stuff. Now, again, there is an application for it.
That's
without a doubt.
For any product.
For any of that type of stuff.
That's right.
But, one of the things that we try to stay with, we try to stay with cleanliness, recyclability. Some of the sustainability is a big thing for us.
That's right.
Sustainability, and the cross-linked polyethylene plastic doesn't harbor any type of thing. We can't get anything to stick to it. We've tried different ways to attach product to it, like bumpers, adhesives, glues. We can't do it because it won't hold on to there. Because
if you put that door in my college dorm room, I bet you there'd be stuff sticking to that thing.
But you can clean it. You can clean it.
So gross.
Old beer cans and
so gross.
I had a dorm room like that.
Yeah, trust me. We'll get some to stick to that.
I'm real glad we met after college.
Yeah,
I lived.
So am I.
I lived with a fraternity brother, and our room was a mess. It was horrific.
Yeah,
dude, that's pretty wild.
But yeah, so the industry has changed.
What do you think has? In your time, because you've been in it for a long time, what has been like one of the biggest changes you've seen?
Wow.
Because there's been a lot recently.
Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, for someone with a history such as yours, like you've been here for so long, like what stands out to you?
I think that early on, I don't think there was as much regulation as there is now. There's a lot of regulation that we have to deal with, not even just with food processing, but also on the retail side. What's interesting is that on the retail side of it, anything below 3,000 square feet falls under the Department of Energy, DOE.
Really?
So you have to have a door, little mini education for DOE people out there. This is the education part of the podcast.
Got it.
So DOE came out with, originally started in California with ESA regulations. So, and it was supposed to be around electric, the amount of electricity, around power, that type of thing. Well, they expanded it to the refrigeration part. You can only use X amount of power for glass doors that go on a walk-in.
Okay.
And then it regulated the actual thickness of the panel or the R value of the panels. So we had to make, if it's below 3,000 square feet in a retail space, it has to be DOE compliant door. So which means the door has to be R25. In our industry, in the food processing industry, above 3,000 square feet, doesn't matter.
Why?
Yeah.
And the reason why, in my opinion,
you were waiting for me to ask why. I knew it.
He was. He's baiting you.
The people that were being consulted on there were people in the food processing industry that were IMP panel manufacturers that are 8-inch, 10-inch. It doesn't matter to them how thick they go on it. And the doors originally weren't in the regulation, but then the government, Washington, D.C. said, hey, you know what? We're not letting California go off on their own. We want to regulate it. And they came out with testing standards and included the doors, windows, floor, ceiling as the envelope. That's what they consider the envelope, as we do in the business. Right. But they decided that they wanted to have the regulation where a door had to be R25 if it was going from a refrigerated area to ambient. It had to be R25. Nobody made it. Nobody made that product at the time. So our company was the first one to come up with a door that was R25 to go in that application. But that's probably the largest change is the amount of regulation that I'm not saying it's bad. It's just it's changed.
Right.
And, there's some good things about it, but there's some things that, and I go back to what I said originally. The Duralite door was designed to go into a cooler to stop that from happening.
That's right.
And then all of a sudden you can't use it because the R value is too low. So we had to go with a different one. So, and food processing doesn't have that same regulation, which is good because you're dealing with larger spaces.
Yes.
Like even the glass doors, you're only allowed to put an X amount of power to a glass door or to a sliding cooler and freezer door in that application. You can only use a certain amount of power on it. And some of it, if you're in a high humidity application, it's tough. It's tough to keep that frost off the door. Condensation
I imagine.
off of it. Yeah.
That I didn't know. So the Chase door product line for, a cold storage contractor, you're buying a 3x7 cooler freezer door, maybe the sliding door. Y'all still making vertical rise doors?
We do. We do vertical lifts.
Has the door changed technology over the last 10 years, or is it still kind of the same high quality Chase door we all remember?
Well, we'll go back. And so again, we acquire companies. So we acquired a company out of Florida that was a door manufacturer down there, Staples and Stevens. Took their design, we took it up to Cincinnati, started making it in Cincinnati. So that's our center of excellence for cold storage doors. It had a single slide technology, basically, that slid across. It didn't return back to the wall. Okay. Nice it had pros and cons. The cons, if it wasn't set correctly, or if you get a gap in there, you're going to get condensation that comes through. We redesigned the door last year, middle of last year. We redesigned both the infit doors and also the sliders. So yes, it has changed. And one of the things that, I said we grow organically and we grow by acquisition. We went through a phase of acquiring a lot of companies and assimilating them. Now, one of the things that we're doing is we're actually developing new product to go along with it. So we're trying to expand that product line and also redefining the lines that we currently have. How do we make it better?
Yeah. That
Staples and Stevens door hadn't been redesigned for God knows how many years. And
forever.
Yeah. And so we ended up redoing it. We launched it as Gen 2. And the Gen, we've had good success. I was telling you earlier, we've grown 30%.
I got a Gen.
Sales.
I got a Gen 2.
You do have a Gen 2.
Yeah, you actually don't.
Gen
9. I have a Gen 2 too.
You're actually Vince.
Your daughter's Jenna?
That's
That's
awesome.
cool. That's awesome.
Yep.
Smart
cool
man.
name.
I know.
Huh?
I know.
It's a cool name.
It is a cool
I
name.
don't understand your joke.
I have a Gen 2. Gen now 2.
Also.
Got
also,
it.
like an also. Oh boy.
I'm here for you. I got you.
Man,
stick with
I
it.
feel-
As long as you
feel
two are on the same page.
Yeah, we're on the
Yeah.
same page.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
so we
Okay.
launched the Gen 2,
Got it.
and we consolidated new type of track system. It returns to the wall, seals better. Made some improvements, so we still have an in-floor guide, so we don't have stay rollers sticking out onto the floor.
Nice.
We're happy. It's been very successful, and we've done very well with it right now. So we're hopefully continue into 2026 that way.
Wow.
Mhm.
People listen to your podcast.
That's right.
Mhm.
Hey, man. Shout out to all your listeners. I
That's
appreciate you
Shout
guys. We do.
We do appreciate them.
We do. Well, I will, it helps grow the podcast when you guys comment and like and subscribe to the show on Apple and Spotify and YouTube. And we love you guys for that. And
We do.
we're gearing up for this is season 4, dude. And Seneca's a big part of our ability to bring this show to the industry. And we love you all. And we're excited for season 5. We're going to run it back. We already got a long list of guests. We're excited about it. This season's almost over.
This.
So sad.
Oh, tears.
Yeah. So sad.
This episode is brought to you by Seneca Holdings, the industry leader in specialty door solutions for cold storage and beyond.
From innovative designs to unmatched reliability, Seneca provides the solutions your facility demands.
Seneca Holdings, opening doors to smarter solutions.
So your dad was in the construction industry.
Mm-hmm.
What has been the best life lesson your dad gave you about construction? That was not in the notes.
No, that's a good question, and it's interesting that you say that because I was listening to something the other day, and we're talking about your father and what you learned from your father and some of those sorts of things. And I learned a tremendous amount on job sites going with him. And I did cleanup crew and did all that kind of stuff, and I watched the way that he treated everybody on the job site, from the guy that was the president of the company to the guys that were cleaning up on the construction site. And he treated them all the same.
Yep.
And that's probably one of the best lessons I got from it is that you treat somebody how you want to be treated. Doesn't matter what they're doing. And you do what if you say you're going to do something, you do it.
Oh,
And
it's a beautiful lesson.
He was very patient and tolerant with mistakes because we're in an industry where
They're going to
stuff
happen.
happens.
They're going to happen.
Stuff happens.
It does.
And the
Just
question is
to
whether
think
or not
that they won't is.
Yeah. And
does
the
happen.
question is the people that you want to continue to do business with are the people that follow up and finish the job. And
They
they're
keep
still
showing
standing
up.
there. When the problem happens, they're still standing there.
Yep.
Absolutely.
That's probably the best lesson I had.
Those are amazing lessons.
That's a great lesson. And that's a lesson that I think more of the newer college kids getting into our space and learning construction and going in the field is, get out from behind your cell phone and a computer, walk a job site, communicate.
Absolutely.
If you have teams out there and you have guys in the trenches, man, what they don't understand yet, and they'll learn, those guys in the field are driving that business.
Absolutely.
They're the ones making it happen.
Absolutely.
And if you don't know their name or recognize, what's up, dude, you're going to have a short career in this industry.
Absolutely.
Respect everybody.
I saw what you put on LinkedIn. I think it was this week, talking about you don't get the opportunity to get out to the job site as often as you would like. In my position right now, that's probably the biggest thing that I don't get to go do.
Yeah.
Because you learn a tremendous amount. If you're not seeing it firsthand, if you're reading it in an email, or looking at it, a picture, you don't get get the full breadth of what's going on out there. And it helps. And I say that even from, engineering. We've got right now, we've got one of our quality process engineers out in the field right now for exactly that reason, to be able to help make the product better.
Absolutely.
When you're looking at it. And if you don't do that, if you don't get out and see it, if you're just looking at drawings, you don't get a full picture. And I miss that.
Yeah.
I miss that.
I got to do a lot of that when I sold cold storage doors way back in my heyday. And, being out in the field, look in and get your hands on the doors. I think one of the best lessons I learned doing the door thing was being able to troubleshoot, start up your door for your client. And a lot of my clients in the field would be like, you're a regional sales manager. How do you know all this stuff? I'm like, because I have to.
Absolutely.
Like I have to know how to set the encoder and the limits on the door. I have to know how to, do the acceleration and decel on this sliding door. I have to know how to adjust the closer. I have to know how to, all these things, right? And it blows their mind and what nice about it is you get to see a product work for a year and then report back in the sales meeting and be like, yo, Chuck, this door needs to get fixed. It's like, this is wrong and this is wrong and this is wrong. And right?
Oh, absolutely.
There was a guy by the name of Rex Palmatier. Do you remember that name? I believe he used to work for Chase Doors way back in the day. I want to say he used to work for Chase. And I'm going to have listeners that know Rex Palmatier.
I'm sure you will.
And he was like the 3x7 cold storage door guru for, I want to say I could have sworn it was Chase. I could be botching this. It could be someone completely different. It wasn't like Butcher Boy or anything. But anyways, he had this big idea like, hey, we can really cut costs out of these doors by making everything plastic and blah, blah, blah. And you learn a lot because things move a lot in cold and without that rigidity, there's a lot of lessons to be learned there. But at the end of the day, to circle back, yes, in the field, best experience, hands down. And for where we're at, I mean, we still travel together. Jenna and I do as much as we can visit in job sites. I still visit my projects and I'll randomly visit our other PM's projects. But I have the most fun doing what we do in its entirety by getting in the field.
Absolutely.
Interacting with the guys, saying hi. If I don't know someone, I'm
meeting them.
I'm meeting them and I want to know them. Look these guys in the eye and let them know that they're appreciated because they are.
They're an integral part of what we do. Like we can't do it without them.
I mean, you're dealing with installers that sometimes have seen your doors, sometimes they haven't.
Yes.
That's right.
And the first reaction you get is, well, this is different than so-and-so's door. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
It is. And here's why.
That's right.
And so by being out there and helping educate them as to the differences to it, it makes them, an extension of you out there.
Absolutely.
Because then they can understand it. I mean, that's the way I was brought up in the, I actually, when I first started doing bakery equipment, I went and built ovens. I built proof boxes. I built.
No way.
Oh yeah. Built fryers. I didn't do it for a long period of time, thank God, because then the product would have been really bad. But I was spot welding stuff and I understood the reason why things were made the way they were
made.
Right.
That's right.
Same thing, like with the doors. I mean, I got an intricate knowledge of the rotomolded doors because that's what I started with. And then we spun off and done the CR 1400 firmware. We spun off and did the retailer doors, which is the next generation of door. But I know where it came from, and I can and I think I make some of the engineers a little crazy sometimes because I have a tendency to, well, now that's not exactly right. That's right. But they've come up with we have somebody up in Redmond right now that's a very good process engineer and is really helping make that product, the better product, than even it was, and we'll continue to redesign that. But I went out to a small side note. I went to an island on a military transport to go do doors, to go look at doors. Got stuck out there because the transport only made a flight back at 2:00, so I had to spend the night on the island.
Oh gosh,
it's out in the middle of the Channel Islands out there. But I got to learn about the stuff out there, plus the doors and the application they were in out there and why they were using them.
That's cool.
So
that's a really cool story.
When did that happen?
That happened, gosh, that was back probably 2012.
Last week?
Last week. Probably 2012-ish.
Okay.
I was selling, it were fiberglass doors at the time. I was out there. There was San Nicolas Island. And it's the furthest one out there, and they use it for naval testing as far as target practice on the other side of the island.
That's right.
But it's the most pristine water for fishing because nobody can go in there.
Oh, yeah.
So they have great wildlife around the island other than the side that they're blowing up.
That's right.
But it's a kind of a cool deal. But I got to go see, I got in hangars. We did high-speed doors in a hangar up in Northrop Grumman up in the high desert. in California,
Mm-hmm.
where they were doing the stealth helicopters.
Wow.
And I saw stealth fighters taking off.
That's so cool.
So I miss that part of it. I don't get out to those sites to see that because I'm overseeing our reps do it.
Of course.
Yeah,
that's right.
I don't get the opportunity to do that. So I do miss that part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I had so many follow-ups there. That's so cool. So for Seneca, what is probably like your biggest selling cold storage product line for Seneca right now for our cold storage industry?
For the cold storage industry, probably the double acting traffic doors, but and again, that's encompassing everything from food processing,
and that's the Chase Durus and
the Chase Durus
and is it
CR 1400. The Elyson really is more retail.
Okay.
But we have products that can go in there. Some of the flexible doors and some of those sorts of things.
That's right.
And that encompasses everything. That encompasses from food processing, smoke houses, that type of stuff, to cold storage, actual storage. But we were really starting to grow with both product lines. So we have the Hercules and the Cold Garden line. We're growing that, like I said, like 30% this past year, both in bookings and sales.
Yep.
And we're hopeful. Don't tell Hal. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to continue that growth.
That's right.
So,
Absolutely.
Things are looking good for the first quarter of the year.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We were talking before about the industry and how it's got a lot of pent up existing space.
Yes.
They're trying to lease out. And I think that looking at the bid activity right now, I'm confident it's going to pick up, and we're going to continue to add products to it.
Yeah.
That's the other thing.
Yes.
I mean, we want to be a one-stop shop. And so we do everything from thermal curtains to separate rooms, large thermal flex therm.
I didn't know y'all made curtain walls.
Yep. See, that's what I'm here.
Whoa. What's the name of it?
Flex therm.
It's what's it called?
Flex therm. We have
Flex therm.
Yeah, we have it hangs from the ceiling.
Well, sure, you're not going to make it float.
Yeah, no, it hangs from the ceiling. We've had that for years.
It's on the Chase website.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you were to, and actually, you really want to go.
Who's our sales guy?
Who's your sales guy?
Is it you?
No, that would be Andrew.
Andrew.
Yeah.
Hefe?
Andrew and Jeff.
Yeah. Jeff didn't tell me they had a curtain wall. I know why. That's a conflict of interest. I'm just kidding. That's cool.
Yeah. Andrew and Jeff are great guys. And,
they're awesome.
They really are.
They are awesome.
They've added, between them and Thermal Envelope down in Florida.
Yep.
With Kevin Browning. They've really
Kevin's
added.
awesome too.
They are.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
I was very fortunate to get both of them to come over to
That's right.
That's great.
because, in fact, Andrew, I met here.
Here?
Like
Here in this office?
Here in this office.
You're kidding.
No. So
what?
I came down and we were talking. It was right before Christmas.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
And I came down here to see you because we were in the midst of, we had another rep that was in California still that was handling you guys, Kerry, which is great. And he's a good guy. And
good at golf too, by the way.
He is very good at golf.
Yeah.
He's very good at golf. And I asked you, I asked you flat out because we always think we know what the client wants.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. But if you don't ask the client what they want, yeah. And I asked him, I said, what are you looking for in a rep? Andrew was walking out the door. He goes, somebody like him. I said, who's he? He goes, and he was a rep for Metal Span. Metal Span.
Yep.
And
still is.
I chased him out into the parking lot.
That's right.
And got his card.
I love
it. And because, at the end of the day, I want to be able to make sure that we're represented well.
So cool.
Yeah.
And if there's somebody out there in the business that we can bring on board that's represented well or represents themselves and their companies well, we want to be affiliated with.
Is that why you got me tequila?
That is why I got tequila.
Man.
So sweet.
He didn't bring tequila at the time, I think.
Andrew is a big tequila guy.
He's a very big tequila
taught me
guy.
so much about tequila.
I
thought I was a guru. And then I'm like, Andrew's like, no pun intended, hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Yeah, this organic
He's like, no additives and organic this, organic that, and opened my world to all these incredible tequilas that are like 30, 40, $50 a bottle that are insane.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, he's a stud.
Yeah, he is. And we're going to continue to grow that. I mean, we still have pockets of the country that don't want to add people like that to.
Sure.
Right.
For the cold storage industry because there's hot spots. The two hot spots were Florida and obviously the panhandle down there. And also Texas was a hot spot at the time.
Not anymore.
No, it's grown dramatically.
Don't come here, y'all.
Don't come here. Don't come here. It's crowded.
It's crowded. Don't come here.
I actually, one of the things that I at one of the conferences, I think it was GCCA, that I sat in was listening to a real estate guy and talking about, and they were saying where the hotspots are in the country.
Oh yeah.
And they were obviously Texas and most of the port areas, with the exception of California.
That's
because
right.
they didn't have room to do it. So
Yep.
they either had to renovate existing locations. And again, the regulations sometimes are prohibitive. Of
Yeah,
that.
they are.
And there's just not land available
Nope.
in those areas. So we learned stuff from the GCCAs and the CEBAs and
Absolutely.
the ICONs,
That's right.
that type of thing that you can use to kind of pattern your business and see where you want to go and what you want to do.
Yeah, the developers are always super interesting to listen to because they kind of have like that, like Rain Man, like they know what's up, right? They know what's coming. And it's like, how do you know all this stuff? Like they almost feel like they, from like their an economical standpoint, they see what's coming.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right. What's the vibe? How you feeling? Like they're in on these deals way before, we even know that
It is a deal.
it was a thought, right? I mean, they just know they're super smart, super intelligent. And the keynotes that the GCCA or CEBA gets, they're always fantastic. What's your favorite show that you like to go to?
I think CEBA, well, it has been CEBA because that was one of the ones that I first, when
Yeah.
it was IAX.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that
Yeah.
was one of the first
That's
ones.
right.
So I've got a lot of history as far as being there with it.
Amen to
I
that.
think the Icon show was good, this last one.
Yeah.
Because
Same.
for the length of it.
Yeah.
I think that I was telling Jenna when we were sitting there talking.
Yeah.
We do one that I've got to be there Sunday all the way through Friday. And it's a long time. There's a lot of downtime. And we've got, everybody's got stuff that they need to do.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whereas, and I think SEBA is a good length. I think that's a good length. I would probably say SEBA, but again, I get things out of each one of them. Like GCCA is different.
That's right.
Than,
It is.
than SEBA. So GCCA, I'll sit in a lot more seminars than I do at SEBA. And listen to people.
Yeah.
Yep.
And try to get a feel for that. But and same thing with Icon. Icon was sitting in the seminars and listening to people talk and trying to get really a handle. Hal Shapiro. I keep saying Hal. Hal Shapiro is president of our CNI division.
Yeah.
And he's always asked, how do we know? How can we project up front? How do we get further in front of these things to try to be able to get spec'd or be able to do sorts of things?
That's right.
And see what's going on. And those shows are really good ways to do that.
Absolutely.
As well as interfacing with people.
I'll tell you how to do it, but I don't want to right now on live on air.
Okay, deal.
When we log off here, I will tell you exactly how to do it.
Good.
And if you're listening and you want to learn how to do it,
Talk to Vince.
call me. Call my cell. Because if I say what I could say right now, I think it would be everyone would get mad at me, and I don't want to say it out loud.
Yeah, it's probably a good call. Well, self-editing him to you. This is growth.
This is growth. Might be growing the wrong way, but I'm growing.
We are constantly trying to crack that nut and try to and there's different ways to go about it.
Sure.
That are successful. Like, I'll give you a good example even within our company. Eliason never had sales reps. Never.
That's right.
Yet they own probably 85% of the business out there. They did it through trade shows. They were at every trade show that had anything to do with it. They interfaced with people that way. And they were easy to do business with.
Yeah.
I mean, you could call in an order. Chase had reps, which there's a tremendous amount of benefit because
that's right.
Just so we're talking about, number one, from a consultative standpoint, number two, to be able to be geographically somewhere you can get to the site.
Yes.
That helps a lot.
That's right.
But with us, we constantly are battling back and forth. Do we go to the large producers of the world and try to gain a specification, or do we garner relationships with companies like Freeze and
both
in that? And it's not a challenge, but you don't want to get a bad name for doing one or the other.
Right.
That's right. Well, I think you have to do both. Let me tell you why. So you want to meet with the architects because they're writing specifications. Now there's also design builders, the GCs, that write their own playbook as well.
Right.
it's also not a bad idea to get in front of them, telling them like our business is driven through the low temp contractor, right? So like, our relationship is with XYZ here. I mean, that's who's buying the product, right? At the end of the day, but there's nothing wrong, in my opinion. I know it pisses a lot of other low temps off when you guys, I'm going to say you guys, when you do that. I don't care. If you want to go out there and sell your product and that GC tells me to use your product on the job, I'd be happy to. And let me tell you why. If something goes wrong, I say, you told me to use that product.
No,
but I also know you and I know your company and I know you guys are good. I'm not worried about it.
Right.
It's just, if it's something I've never dabbled with before, I'm going to say, I've never used them before. I'm all in to try. Like, I want to innovate. If there's something new out there and I can try it, I want to try it. I want to test. I want to look at it. I want to go out there and see it. There's some stuff coming up in the future that's coming out that I'm like, I'm all over it. I want to check this out. I want to see how this thing operates. I want to see how this thing works in the field. And I'll put it on a job or two that's small and I'm going to give it a run, because I think that's how we grow and learn and grow the industry.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. And also it makes, as you bring new products into there, whether or not it's a new competitor or whether or not it's you're creating a better space. You're creating, because you're coming up with a better mousetrap. And it forces companies like ours to be able to innovate, be able to sit back and say, hey, I know we've had this door since 1978, but how do we make it better? How do we do differently? What do we add to it? And that's one of the things we're adding things like Stylecraft. We do a PLAM door out there. Eco Access, which is it's a completely 100% recycled product out there. How do we,
that's cool.
And we continue to be able to try to push that envelope. And we're going to add probably 2 to 3 more products next year.
Wow.
As far as to expand the line, to be able to be more of service to, because if you're going to use this for one, you could cut one PO and do 3.
That's right.
Yeah.
4.
Exactly.
As long as we have as long as we have a value proposition for you at the end of the day, you're going to be able to stand behind the product. We're going to stand behind you.
That's right.
And if it's a good solution, and that's one of the kind of what we're trying to push towards.
There is something to be said about being able to buy a cold storage 3x7 door and an FRP door, 3x7 FRP door from the same person. Something to be said about that.
Yep.
Yeah. There is.
Yeah. There's.
Who knows? Who knows if we'll ever get back into the FRP business?
Remember the old FiberMax door?
Yep.
Man.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Man, I used to buy 1 million of them doors back in the day.
Yep.
Do they still make that door? They ruined that door. I'm so mad about that. Can I say that on live? Can I say that here?
We sold that off to a competitor 3 years ago.
Did you really?
2 years ago? 3 years ago? Yeah, there was all of our fiberglass stores were consolidated down into Brownsville, and then we sold off branding.
All of it. She gone.
Yep.
It's okay. That's okay.
But we have an alternative to it, which is our CR 1400.
Oh,
but it doesn't go in exterior applications. So that's the challenge
that's
we start getting into. So as we get on down the road, that's one of the things we're going to look towards is coming up with an alternative to that product.
Sure.
In that application for exactly the reason you said. You buy it all from one company.
That's right.
If you want. That doesn't mean you can't piece it out.
That's
right. Do some of it, but it's helpful. It's helpful.
Well, tell me about that interior application then, that product specifically. What's that all about?
So CR 1400 is basically a rotationally molded door, the same as a Duralite door. The differences on it it looks like an office door.
Sure.
And you can do the different type of hinges. You can do a continuous hinge or regular hinges on it. We have a standardization as far as what we do as far as a standard product, but you can still get alternative hardware for it. We typically do stainless steel frames with it.
Okay.
And it's a very good application. I used to put it worst application I ever put it in was, when I say worst, harshest, was in Oxnard in a onion facility.
Oh, wow. And
then we found out that we had to have stainless steel screws on the window frames because the screws all started rusting out because the onion is just so corrosive.
Yep.
But the plastic, the cross-linked polyethylene plastic is fantastic for that type of application. Sure. Just like what I was describing before. It's very good for that. And it's got an insulated, it's not an insulated door. It's not meant to separate, 38 to ambient.
Sure.
But it's good for wash down. It's good for going to an office, from an office space to production, that type of thing. We put it in meat prep rooms.
Yeah.
We're going into the office there.
Oh, wow.
Some of those sorts of things. And we're continuing to develop that.
That's right. One of the biggest challenges with that product is the vision light package, right? The window kit.
It can be.
So one of the biggest challenges that we have is, humidity. The difference, if it's not a heated window, it sweats, right?
Yes, because it's not an insulated door. You're talking about dew point, and typically they're going from a dock area to an office type scenario, and you don't want that. And when I say don't want that, it's very difficult unless you're putting a heated window in it. Now you can put a triple pane argon window in it, but that is a special order on something like that. You can put a different type of window into it, but up front, we need to know that's the condition we're dealing with.
Oh yeah.
And again, you're still going to get some condensation on the sides because it's not meant to be a cold storage door.
Right.
Although it does have urethane foam on the interior of the door is a high density polyurethane foam.
Sure.
And you don't need to have any superstructure inside of it. You can just screw it into it. It's like screwing into wood.
So what's the R value of that door?
It's less than what a Duralite door would be. So I would be guessing probably in the 7 range. That's probably a guess.
Sure.
Because as you get into high density polyurethane foam, the more dense you go, the less R value you end up getting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So because you don't have the cell structure inside of it.
That's right.
That's one of the reasons why cold storage doors, you have to have the good mix of the A and the B and the blowing agent going in there, because if you don't have the right cell structure inside of it, it's going to be, if you get too much, it's too dense, you get sweating. If you don't have enough, you get sweating. So it's kind of a, I don't want to call it black magic, but it has to be temperature controlled. It has to have all those sorts of things.
Yes, it does. So do all our foam packs that we use. Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I already got my cool story.
You did?
That's my favorite question.
Yeah. It is. It's not bad.
Do you have another cool story?
Gosh.
That one was pretty cool.
Yeah. I think one of the things that, and we didn't end up getting the job, but I think one of the funnest trips that I made was going up to a bacon manufacturer.
Oh.
That Vince,
I'm very familiar.
Yes. We were rushing to it. And the one good thing that came.
You can say the word Newski's on there. I don't care.
And the one good thing that came out of it is I end up ordering from them almost every year.
They're insane.
They're so good. The bacon is so good.
Yeah.
But it's those are the types of things that you run into and you go onto job sites, especially as a salesperson at the time, which is what I was. I'd like seeing different things because then I can relate it to another application that I'm dealing with.
Yeah. That entire project and sales process was so unique because the owner was so hands-on.
Very much so.
And which I thought was crazy and cool, but it was intense. So we're in this job trailer with the general contractor. We're the low-time contractor. We have the owner of this huge company and 1 or 2 other plant managers, assistant, like QC people, right?
Yeah.
And they go, we want to see 3 of the best FRP manufacturers in the United States. And we want to meet with them today and set up, at 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and 2 o'clock, right? Bring them all in. We'll give them 2 hours, give us your sales pitch. And then they were going to make a decision on who they wanted.
Yep.
And dude, we just sat there. I sat there for 6 hours learning about everyone's sales pitch on their door.
Yeah.
And it wasn't our call.
Yeah.
It wasn't even the GC's call.
No.
Literally the owner's sitting there I want to hear.
It mattered.
It mattered to them. And that, I thought that was cool to see that.
And I learned, I was like sales, so we didn't get the project, but I also learned because I had a certain approach when we look at our company, Seneca. We're a broad-based company. We have a lot of different things that we can do, different mediums and that type of stuff.
Yes.
Sometimes that doesn't play well with a small town. And I say small town, a family-owned business that is out there that is looking to deal with other family-owned businesses.
You're not wrong.
And so, it taught me that even losing a sale, I don't make that same mistake anymore. I don't go, not even a mistake. or at the very least, I'm aware of it.
Yes.
And try to be able to bring that into the conversation when I'm talking about.
That's right. No one wants to have someone come in and be like, I'm Wells Fargo or Chase Bank. No offense to those banks, but like, the big bad wolf of Wall Street, and like, I don't know. Nobody wants that, right? Like,
and we had 3 different lines at the time. I mean, we had 3 different grades, if you want to call them that, of FRP.
That's right.
Time.
By the way, I don't think we're ever going to do banking business with them after this podcast.
I think I'm good.
No offense to them,
but again,
I'm sure they're great.
Yeah, but those are things that you learn out there as you're going through, and and that's difficult. Like I'm doing right now, I'm training some people to do takeoffs.
Okay.
Drawings. It's a lost art. People don't know how to do takeoffs.
I know.
Yep.
And it's because I learned.
What are you using? What are you using? Like, are you printing drawings out?
Me? Yeah. I'm giving, obviously.
Are you plotting drawings, bro?
I'm not plotting them, but I'm showing them the different things. And I'm telling them, you got to look at the spec.
That's right.
Start with the spec. Go to the drawing.
That's right.
No, go to the door schedule.
That's right.
See where it refers back to the spec, and then go to the door, the actual layouts, and look at what it looks like.
Yeah.
See whether or not it makes sense to you.
Yeah.
Whether or not does this all match up?
Follow the table of contents. It's basically just follow the numbers, man.
Because they'll call out our product, our Chase Durst product.
That's right.
Door-like doors. They'll say FRP finish.
That's right.
Not an FRP. It's cross-linked polyethylene plastic.
My
But
biggest,
they put it on there.
So my biggest beef with these door schedules are A, they're never complete, first off, and B, they contradict themselves. And like, if you look at most of the time, if you look at the doors in the elevation view of the doors, like A, B, C, D, whatever, and then they call it doors by part door, high-speed roll-up door, infit door, FRP door, hollow metal door, right? They have all these A through Fs, calling them all out. 9 times out of 10, if you look at the door schedule, like that doesn't match that. And like they have hollow metal doors listed for all the freezer doors. And it drives me crazy because honestly, dude, people got lazy. And I'll say it, dude, people got lazy. The door schedules, people stop. I feel like, cause that's A600 and they just quit. Like they care about the floor plan and the roofing plan, that you got the structural, the structural's its own thing, right? And you got the floor plan and you get to the door schedule and they're just like, well, I guess we're just going to have to just wait and see what the owner wants. When it's like, dude, the doors, man, like this is the most important part of the job, man.
I mean, one of our tenants, when I say tenant, one of the things in our company is that we want to protect space and the assets that they're spending money on.
Yes.
That's right.
And if you put the wrong door in the wrong application, it's not going to protect that. That's right. You're going to have rain inside. You're going to have frost. You're going to have all kinds of stuff that go on.
Dude, I'm talking jam details. I'm talking sill details. That I think is easy. The easy stuff that you want to make sure match the job. Don't show a sill. Don't show a jam detail of an 8-inch tilt wall and then a 4-inch IMP wall when there's no tilt on the entire job.
Right.
Like, what are you doing? Like that's right.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, guys, like, dude, why are we just not like, why are we half-assing this? That's my thing.
We can tell you're very passionate about it.
Well, I know people listening right now probably feel my pain.
I'm sure they do.
We all deal with it.
And I'm sure you see it.
We see it all the time. And that's one of the things that I'm trying to be able to impart on anybody to listen to me as far as,
well, here you go, bro. That's your mic. Here you go. Here you go.
Within our company and outside, make sure that you're looking at all the different things because
that's right.
We're putting a bid together to create a value package. And if we're seeing it in there and other people's aren't including those sorts of things, we're getting the short end of the stick.
100%.
On the flip side of it, we're going to get our feet held to the fire if there's something in there and we missed it. And which rightly so. So the more time that we can take and train people to really look at those things and dig into it and ask questions. I don't know if you're a Ted Lasso fan. I don't know if you're
huge.
Okay.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Binge watch the whole thing.
One of my favorite lines from that thing is be curious, not judgmental. Ask, because if they were curious, they'd ask questions.
Yeah.
And if you look at something, you sit back and go, gosh, look at this. This doesn't make sense. I need to ask this question.
Yes.
On it. It pays dividends. Completely pays dividends.
It's like, it's getting written down. Like that. Okay, so tell us if people want to learn more about Seneca Holdings or the brands underneath it, like where would they go?
So the best website right now, we just came out with a brand new website.
Awesome.
It's Seneca.com.
Okay.
It's SenecaHoldings.com.
Okay.
And it can take you anywhere and links you to anything in our company.
Amazing.
Any of the companies.
Love it.
It's a really well done. It tells you what our credo is. It tells you what our beliefs are, directionally where we're going. Gives a breakdown of all the people that are the principals in the company.
Yeah.
It also shows all the products.
That's amazing.
And it's Seneca City is on there. It can take you to your one-stop shop. You can go through and see what you want to add to it. It's a great resource. We also have individual ones for each one of the brands too.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
So you could go to Chase Doors. You can go to LysonDoors.com. Door Engineering has their own. And so you can see all that. But as far as a singular spot to go, SenecaHoldings.com. That's a good spot to go.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
I even learned a lot about it.
How do people find you? Because I know people are going to want to find you now after this podcast. How do we find you?
You can. I keep my cell phone surgically attached to my hip, and so I always have that. But my email address is goltmanns, so it's GOLTMANNS at Seneca.com. Seneca's got 2 N's in it, and I said I keep my. Other than for the podcast, I turned it off.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
No.
We appreciate that.
I mean, it's been a great tool for me from this standpoint, and I really do try to get back to everybody quickly.
Yeah.
And if I don't know the answer, I can get you pushed in the right direction, even if it's not our product. That's one of the other things too. Is
that's nice.
I can recognize doors from years ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because I am an historian.
Listen, Glenn, one thing I know about you and love about you, always have, is that you care. And I've seen you and been with you in this industry for a very long time. I can say probably well over 15 years.
Yep.
Probably at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I see you at a conference or trade show, you're always working. You're always in your computer. You care. You work. You hustle. We love it. We love you. This is awesome.
Yep.
You know, Seneca has great product lines. I know a lot of their products. We use a lot of their products. I mean, you guys are good and you care. So, and I think people buy from people. And that's it. People buy from good people. So, we love all that. Now I'm going to get to harass you with some this or that questions to learn more about you.
All right.
Okay.
I'm in.
You don't have a choice. This is coming whether you like it or not.
You don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
This is how we do things.
This is how we do things at the Cool Times podcast.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah, you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to give you some softball questions.
All right.
All right. Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Beer or margaritas?
Margaritas.
Okay, you're back.
I'm half Italian. Yeah, I gotta go with the pizza.
Fair.
That's right. Beach vacation or mountain getaway?
Ooh, mountain getaway.
Okay.
Netflix binge or go to a movie theater?
Netflix binge because I haven't been into a movie theater and I can't tell you the last time.
I know.
I know.
Same.
Me either. I know.
But I don't do that either. I watch a lot of sports.
That's right. That's right. That's right. What's your favorite sport, by the way?
My favorite sport
Yep.
now?
Yep.
Soccer.
It is.
Yeah. Since my kids played. I mean, all 3 of my kids played soccer. My daughters played in college, and
that's right.
I just love the sport. I'd have done that if I was had to do it all over again, and it was popular at the time when I was young. I'd have done soccer. I love this because it's like hockey on a big field.
It is.
Dude, soccer's fun.
Yeah.
We both played indoor soccer until we both broke our leg playing indoor soccer.
We sure did.
Was it the same leg?
It was the same ankle, almost exactly 4 years apart.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the day before Thanksgiving.
Our
anniversary's coming up. It's great. Okay. Anyways, we're back on track here. Okay. Concert or a sporting event?
I think he already answered that one.
Well,
I don't know.
Maybe.
No, I'm not. Concert.
Oh,
concert. That's right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love sports, but I'm a music guy.
There you go.
I love music. All types of music. Everything.
Good. Camping or hotel stay?
Camping.
A board game or a video game?
Board game.
Instagram or TikTok?
Instagram.
Why are you laughing?
I don't know why that one made me laugh.
All right, superhero power, man. You can flight or invisibility.
Oh, flight.
Yeah. You know, I always curious when they say invisibility because I'm like, you're a pervert.
Yes. You feel like a stalker.
You're a real pervert. You know that? I've been waiting. We haven't had one guy say that.
One person has said invisibility. Because that would be the next words out of your mouth.
I have no filter, and everyone knows it.
We're all aware.
Everyone knows it. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, boy. Ping pong or air hockey?
Ping pong.
Okay. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I have a table. What's up? No,
I used to play that
I know.
in our basement forever.
Justin Bieber or Justin Timberlake?
Timberlake.
Greatest sing-along song of all time. Don't Stop Believing or Friends in Low Places?
Friends in Low Places.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's it. You survived. Congrats. Voila. My guy. Voila. What's been your favorite concert?
My favorite concert?
Of all time.
Okay. Elton John. And I'll say, first time I saw him was at ASU when I went to ASU.
Okay.
And I had listened. I'd never been to a concert. My folks wouldn't let me go
Mm-hmm.
to concerts, believe it or not. Even though I did all kinds of choirs and everything else, I didn't go to any concerts. And plus I was busy. So, but I had in my mind what his intro song, Funeral for a Friend and Love Lies Bleeding, would be. And it met every expectation of him. He walks out, smoke coming out of the thing.
Yeah.
Organ starts.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, you know, this is exactly what I thought it would be.
That's right.
And so that's probably, that was probably had the most impact on me.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first concert I ever went to was at ASU also, was Kenny Loggins. In the middle of the song, This Is It.
Yeah.
Power goes out.
Stop it.
No.
Yeah. It was the first concert I went with my wife. Her sorority sisters got us.
Yeah.
Power goes out. All of a sudden, the auxiliary power comes on.
Yeah.
Ushers with flashlights come to the front.
That's right.
Somebody hit a power pole outside and knocked the transformer out. And so they're going to try to get the temporary power up and going. And so next thing you know, all the ushers are up around the front. They take everything off the electronics. Take the guitars off of it. They take the snare drum off. The only thing they couldn't play was the bass because the bass was on electric. And they did, it was a real soft song. And Grady Gamage Hall is acoustically perfect. So he said, I've heard this is acoustically perfect. We're going to try it. He played for 15 minutes off electricity.
Wow.
No way.
And the front was like he's sitting in your living room.
That's
it was
so
no way.
cool.
Oh, it was awesome. He went to LA the next night.
Oh my gosh.
So we had some friends that were there. They said, glad to be here in LA. He goes, but you guys are going to have to go a long way to beat Phoenix.
Wow.
It was great.
That's
Dude,
so
that
cool.
is so crazy.
It was great.
That's a cool story.
Yeah, it
Dude,
is.
that's
it is a cool
cool.
story. It was very cool. It was.
I love
To
that.
witness it.
Yeah, it was. Those true were my favorites.
Man.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, Glenn, you've been such a pleasure to have on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. And
Thank you, Seneca
appreciate the
Holdings.
Florence.
We
Yes.
appreciate
We appreciate you guys.
all of your support.
We appreciate what you guys do and love doing business with you. And
Yeah,
look
it's
forward
fun.
to many more years.
Many more.
This was fun. Well, I guess, we're getting closer to season 4 closing. And we love you all. Thank you so much for listening, subscribing, and keeping this this show rolling, as they say. So until next time, Cool Times Podcast.
You shouldn't say deuces again. Weirdo.
Well, my hat's deuces.
I know.
Hey.
You're saying it without saying it.
All
I know.
right.
Thank you guys.
Peace out, y'all.